Welcome to our free public speaking masterclass. I'm very excited to have you all here. First of all, I would like to ask everyone to switch on their cameras. Right, guys, switching on your camera is so important because I want to see your face. I want to see your expressions when you're taking part in this session. Right, because otherwise I'm just teaching to a blank screen. And honestly, one of the things that I absolutely hate, the reason I do classes is not because I want to talk to myself, it's because I want to talk to other people. Right, okay, Thavisha, very good, you have switched on your camera. Shiromi, very nice to see you. Indivari, how are you? Miza, iPhone, you will have to change your name. I don't know what your name is. Someone's okay. Utpala is here. Someone has changed their name to Hello. Guys, you have to change it to your name. I don't know what your name is. Pradeep, Dhammika, very nice to have you guys here. Awesome. Guys, I would like one or two of you to just unmute yourself and give me a small introduction about who you are, where you're from, what brings you here. Tavisha, since you're the first person I see, can you give me a quick introduction about yourself? Can you unmute and give me an introduction about yourself? Tavisha, are you there? There, not there. Okay. If you're not there, Shiromi, what about you?
Hi, I'm here. I think I was unable to unmute.
That's
Um,
okay. Go ahead.
yeah, so my name is Thavisha and I work at the United Nations.
Oh,
Um, yeah, and I get the chance to mostly like speak during meetings, so I wanted to join and see how I can be more confident.
absolutely. What do you do at the United Nations?
I work for the Resident Coordinator's Office, so I'm in operations.
Wow, that's
It's more
fantastic.
like a inter-agency type of work where I get to coordinate with a lot of people. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Very nice to have you here. I'm honored to have you here. And definitely, I
Thank
think if you have to speak in front of meetings, you have to speak in front of people, this webinar will be very useful to you, and my program is going to be very useful to you. So, very nice to have you here. All right.
thank
Shiromi, what about you? Can you give me a quick introduction about yourself? Shiromi Cabral, are you there? You have to unmute. You have to unmute yourself. Sucharita, what about you? Are you there? Sucharita is having his evening cup of coffee.
I'm there.
Yes, Sucharita, tell me something about yourself. What brings you here?
I'm working at Sampath Bank as a credit officer. So I'm actually working at the regional office Panchikavath. So I used to do so many presentations regarding the branch operations and managers portfolios. And so on, occasionally I get so many opportunities to present myself as a leader who guiding the team to gain the success and gain the achievements. So other than that, at the regional office, there are so many functions I should have to do. That's been farewell parties, get-togethers, and those things I have been involved in MC like activities I have done already. So I also team member at the Toastmasters at Sampath Bank as well. So I sometimes find out difficulties to continuously flow in my English speaking capabilities. So due to that reason, I have already followed you through the YouTube channel. Actually, I am pretty much interested in improving myself. So I go to so many YouTube channels and so many YouTubers. And finally, I found out a person who doing this kind of public speaking in Sri Lanka, only you. So ultimately, I have followed you and actually I want to join your class this weekend as well, the physical class.
Fantastic. Very nice to have you here. And I hope to see you in my physical class.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Very good. If I can have one more person, Dr. Ramani, what about you? Can you give me a quick introduction about yourself and then we'll start the session? Dr. Ramani, you have to unmute yourself.
Am I right? No.
Yes.
But
Go ahead.
photo has gone out, up and down.
Yeah, you're
Something
down.
has
That's
happened to
okay.
the photograph.
Upside
Right.
down,
Anyway,
sideways, it doesn't matter.
yeah. Right. I'm a senior lecturer in University of Kelaniya, and I do English teaching. And when I came to understand that you are going to have a webinar, I was so much interested in sort of watching it. That's it.
Oh, that's very good. You're just here to scout the competition.
Okay.
That's very good. That's very good. Very
Thank
nice to
you.
have you here, Doctor. Very nice to have you here. And I hope you get something of value from the session today. Very good. All right, great. Fantastic. Guys, let's get started with the session today. I will
Excuse
mute
me,
you
sir.
guys for now. But okay, I will mute you guys for now. If anyone has any questions, you can drop it into the chat box. I will want you to drop your comments into the chat box at different points of the session today. So guys, I want you to be active. I want you to engage with me, interact with me. This is not a session where I just want you to sit and listen. Sometimes you're not even listening. Some people, they fall asleep or they go to drink coffee or they have to eat. They have to take care of their baby. I don't want any of those things happening during this session. If you're here, pay 100% attention. It's just going to be 1.5 hours, and this 1.5 hours is going to be transformational. This 1.5 hours is going to be the best, most educational 1.5 hours you've ever had in your entire life. All right. So I want you to really pay attention to what I'm going to say, and I want you to participate actively in this session. All right. So everyone that's here, please switch on your cameras. I see some of you have sent messages saying you all are traveling and unable to switch on the cameras. That's fine. But if you're at home, if you are really interested in what we are going to learn today, Safran, very nice to see your face. I want to see everyone's camera switched on. Great. Let's get started. Okay, guys. In this session, I'm going to cover the 5 biggest mistakes that are keeping you from becoming a confident speaker. On top of that, I'm going to discuss what public speaking is and what is the best structure, the only structure you are ever going to need when you are going to structure a speech. All right, that's what we are going to cover in the session today. I'm also going to show you how you can fix these 5 mistakes. What's the methodology, how long it's going to take, and what is the step-by-step process to follow if you want to become the most confident speaker that you have the potential of becoming. All right. Now, guys, a lot of people are here for different reasons. Some people are here because they want to speak better at meetings. Some people are here because they want to be a leader. Some people are here because they want to face interviews well and get promoted. Some people are here because they want to do sales. They run their own business, so they want to make more money, right? I want to know why you are here. Nimeshika, Deepika, Isali, send me a message in the chat box. Why are you here? How will being able to speak confidently change your life? Will you earn more money? Will you build a better network? Because if you can speak, you can go and talk to anyone without any fear. That way we can build up your network, and your network is your net worth. The more people you know, especially in Sri Lanka, you have more opportunity, you make more money, right? Do you want to face interviews? Do you want to deliver speeches? Do you want to deliver presentations? Do you want to convert sales? Do you want to run a business? Do you want to be a corporate leader? What is your motivation for being here? Why are you here? I don't want 1 or 2 comments in the chat box, guys. I want everybody to comment. Please don't stay here and not cooperate. Don't stay here and not interact with me, right? I hate speaking to a blank audience, so I want you to interact. I want you to tell me what brings you here. Zainab, what brings you here? Isali, what brings you here, right? Shenal says to develop my communication abilities without hesitation. Zainab says to communicate, to be a corporate leader, earn good money, communication, learn to face interviews. Very good, very good, very good. Build confidence, deliver speeches, to face interviews. Someone says, since my childhood, I have fear, still trying to get rid of it. I want to become a leader. Now I'm getting some good answers. I'm getting some good answers. All right, good, great. Guys, what you have right now is called motivation, right? Anjana, what you have right now is called motivation. That's why you join this session, right? Sucharita, the reason you join this session is because right now, in this moment, You are motivated to learn how to speak well. But what's going to happen in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Anjana, do you know what's going to happen in 2 weeks? Anjana Munasingha. Do you know what's going to happen in 2 weeks? Your motivation is going to drop. You're going to forget that you wanted to become a better speaker, right? Your family commitments, your work commitments, your girlfriend's commitments, all of these commitments are going to come, and you're going to forget that you wanted to become a confident speaker. And so you will not put in the effort to follow your dream. But guys, let me tell you right now, Dhammika, let me tell you right now, if you learn how to speak well, if you learn how to communicate well, it will change your life. It will change the doors that open for you. It will change the people you know. It will change the amount of money you make. So if you have a goal today, I want you to write your goal down. I don't want you to forget it 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, and not put in the effort to improve your communication skills. Because that's what happens to 99% of people. 99% of people, they die without ever achieving their dreams because they were too lazy, too unmotivated to go and work hard for what they want. But you are here today because you want to achieve something, and you know that communication is going to help you get there. All right. So guys, before we start, let me give you a quick introduction about myself. My name is Sheshan Dias. You can call me Sheshan, or you can call me Sir, whatever you are comfortable with. Guys, when I started off, I was not the most confident speaker, right? I remember there was this one incident where I always tell this story, but it's a story that really highlights that anyone, including someone who sounds really confident, has to start off somewhere, right? When I was really young, when I was about 10 or 11 years old, I got the chance to deliver the responsorial psalms, the prayers of the faithful at church. I don't know how many of you are Catholics, right? But in church, we have this thing called prayers of the faithful, right? So you have to sing it a little bit. You don't have to just say it. You have to say na 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 na. You have to sing it a little bit. Okay. So I had to get on the altar, and I had to say this about 6-7 paragraphs I had to read. When I got on the altar and I started to sing it, I started singing it completely off pitch. Why? Because when I saw people, I got scared. I got nervous. The father stopped talking. The priest, he stopped what he was doing and he looked at me. The guy who was playing the piano stopped playing the piano and looked at me because I'm so off pitch. Now I see the audience. I'm scared. Shiromi, what does someone do when they're scared, they're nervous, they're tongue-tied? Idivari, I started crying and I walked off the altar. Right? It was a scary moment. It was a very, very scary moment. And that was the first time I felt stage fright. That was the first time I felt stage fear, right? And I told my parents, I'm never getting back in front of an audience. It's too scary. I get nervous. I get shy. I don't have the words. I'm not good at speaking English because I come from a Sinhala speaking background. At home, we don't speak in English. We speak in Sinhala. To this day, we talk in Sinhala. Right? So I told my parents, no, I'm not getting on stage. It's too scary. I'm too nervous. But thank God, my parents did not want to listen to a 10-year-old. Right? They knew a 10-year-old was stupid. So they dragged me by the ear and they put me to English theater. That's where my life changed. Right? I got involved in Peter Wright Theater. I went to St. Peter's College. And guys, I took part in different theater competitions. I took part in the inter-school Shakespeare drama competition. And to this day, theater is a big part of my life. I acted in this play in 2024. And even to this day, I'm involved with school. I'm involved with theater productions. I really love being a part of English theater. And guys, this is where my life changed because I started performing in front of 400, 500, 600 people. And there I couldn't say I'm scared, I'm shy, I'm nervous. I have to shout. I have to have expression. I have to speak. I have to act. I have to sing. right? And I built up the confidence to speak in front of people without any fear. Did this happen in my first year? No. Did this happen in my second year? No. As the years went by, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, today it's been about 15 years since I first got on stage. And now there's no fear at all, right? So it's been a long journey, and theater is where my life changed. Guys, when I was doing my A levels, I had no idea of what I wanted to do when I left school, right? Pradeep, I don't know if you had an idea what you wanted to do when you were doing your A levels, but I chose commerce for A levels because it was the easiest three subjects to pass. I knew I don't have to study much. 3 months, 4 months, I can study, get good results, get into local university, done deal. Right? So I did it because I could do all my other extracurricular activities at school and pass A levels well, right? So then when I came out of school, I realized I don't really enjoy commerce. I don't really enjoy business management. Let me try out something in the speaking space because that's something I really enjoy. So I got into a radio station. I don't know how many of you listen to Gold FM, but I used to work at Gold FM. Tavisha, I used to work as a news presenter at Gold FM, right? This was one of my favorite jobs. I did it for 5 years, and this gave me a lot of confidence. Now, not just to speak in front of school people or their parents or their friends, but to the whole country. I was speaking to the whole country every morning at 7:30, every afternoon at 12:30, every night at 6:30 p.m. I would read the news bulletin on Gold FM to the entirety of the Sri Lankan population, right? And this gave me a lot of opportunities. I got noted as a presenter and I started getting a lot of comparing gigs, right? I started becoming an event host, prize givings, weddings, especially. Now, to this day, I market myself as a wedding host. I love comparing weddings. I love love. And I love being in a place where there is love, right? So I'm a wedding host. I compare a lot of events. And it all started because I worked at Gold FM, and that gave me so much opportunity, right? So by profession, today I'm a compeer and I'm also a presenter. I started my own YouTube channel. I started my own TikTok channel. I started my own Instagram channel as well. And on TikTok, I had a goal. We hit 100,000 subscribers on TikTok. We hit 18,000 subscribers on Instagram. And guys, this year I have a goal of hitting 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I better get 200 subscribers today. Right, Tavisha? I hope all your friends at UN will subscribe to my channel. Right? Guys, we are already at 14,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I have built myself a social media powerhouse that's doing my marketing for me, right? So, like I said, 101K on TikTok, 13.5. Now, actually, we hit 14,000 subscribers on YouTube and 18,000 subscribers on Instagram. So, we built ourselves a social media platform. That's how most of you found us. Even Sucharita said that he follows our YouTube channel, right? So, guys, from there, I went on to do training. I love doing public speaking training, and I train adults, I train kids, I train everybody, university students, corporates, I train everybody, right? My forte, that means what I am really good at, is communication training, public speaking training. If any of you have any fear, nervousness, if you are shy, if you are not confident, if you don't have the right vocabulary, guys, one thing that I can guarantee that I can do for you is completely get rid of this fear of speaking. I deploy psychological tricks, tips, maneuvers to help you overcome all of these fears. If you feel shy, if you feel nervous, by the end of my training program, you will not feel any fear at all. All right, you will not feel any fear at all. Guys, to this day, I used to be, for the last 5-6 years, I have done IELTS training, spoken English training, and obviously public speaking training. Guys, in just 3 years, I helped 300 plus students get band 7 plus scores for their IELTS exam. We had a 95% pass rate. That's one of the highest pass rates in the country. Over the span of 3 years, I taught more than 900 students, right? and 95% of them achieved the band score they wanted to achieve to get through their relevant country. Band 6, band 6.5, some of them needed band 5.5, whatever band score they needed, they were able to get 95% pass rate. And 300 plus students in 3 years, 300 plus students got band 7 plus scores. I do spoken English training, guys, 500 plus students who couldn't speak English at all. English binduwa, English kata karanna, they speak in Sinhala. I was able to get them to speak English confidently. And 800 plus students to date since I started public speaking training speak confidently without any fear in front of anyone, anywhere, at any time. That's a guarantee that I can give. How can I give this guarantee? Because I have done it for 800 plus students. I have no doubt, there is no doubt in my mind that I can do it for you. Shiromi, there is no doubt. If you feel any fear, if you feel nervous, I completely get rid of it in my program. Is that clear? Guys, I've also done my qualifications. I'm not just talking from experience. I also have the relevant qualifications to back it up. So unfortunately, since I did business management, or I did commerce for A-levels, I had to do a business management degree. I did that. But I also did my public speaking qualifications. I did my licentiate in public speaking from the University of West London. I did my associate in public speaking from Trinity College London. And I have also done my TEFL, that's teaching English as a foreign language, from the World Tesla Academy. I'm also starting my bachelor's in psychology because I know there's a lot of psychological tools, tricks, tips, techniques that I need to deploy to my students in order to help them speak better. I've already been using so many of these, but I want to get qualified because I genuinely believe that qualifications give credibility to a person. All right, fantastic. Guys, before I start the session, I want to tell you I have a 4-month coaching program. I have to be very upfront. I have a 4-month coaching program. And honestly, if you're someone that's nervous, shy, scared to speak in front of an audience, it's not possible to fix this in a day. I can give you the roadmap, but out of the 250 odd people that are here, only about 10 are going to follow it by themselves. Most of y'all, not just y'all, but everyone that joins our program, like I told you, you're motivated today, but 2 weeks from now, that motivation gets shot. So doing it by yourself is possible, very possible. But so many of you, so many people around the world just get bored, just get lazy. They're not motivated, right? That's why I have my 4-month public speaking training program. Within 4 months, if you join me, I can guarantee that you will get over your fear of speaking. Makes sense. I'll tell you more about my program towards the end of this session. So don't leave. Stay towards the very end. We have about 1 hour more to go. All right. So guys, I hope you're excited. I have also written a book. I'll be sending this book on the WhatsApp group for free. Usually we sell it for 1,200 rupees. But for everyone that's here today, I'll be sending it on the WhatsApp group for free. So don't worry about it. Stay on this call. Stay on this Zoom call till the end. All right. Okay. This session is for people who feel nervous, who feel scared, who feel anxious, who get up in front of an audience and go, every time they see a crowd. You get stuck. You don't have the right words. Your words don't flow. You think in Sinhala, you try to talk in English. Your words don't come when you try to do a presentation. When you're doing a presentation, you just read the slide deck, but you can't speak. Guys, I want you to tell me what is your biggest problem when it comes to public speaking. Are you scared? Are you worried about other people's judgments? What is your issue? I want you to tell me your problem. I want you to tell me why you are here. What brings you here? Are you scared? Are you nervous? You don't have the vocabulary. You don't have the right grammar. You can't speak English. You only speak Sinhala. I want you to tell me what is the problem in the chat box. I want everybody. I want 270 comments in the chat box. Guys, I want 270 comments in the chat box. Guys, I'll tell you more about my program at the end. Some of you have asked about my program. I will tell you more about my program at the end. So don't leave. I want you to get value from this webinar and then come at the end. Scared, nervous, judgment, feel tongue-tied, nervous and judgment, stuck while speaking, worried and judgment, worried about confidence, fear, scared. I forget stuff and run out of things to say. Scared when a big crowd is looking at me and then judging me. Someone says all. Lack of confidence, no correct words. I don't have vocabulary. I'm thinking my grammar was wrong. When I'm scared, I forget all vocabulary. I'm an introvert. Fantastic, fantastic. Improve my vocabulary, lack of confidence. Great, great, great. Guys, it's very good. Someone says judgment is hard. Okay, I'm going to cover all of this in my session today. All right. But guys, if you are nervous, if you are tongue-tied, if you are scared, if you don't have the right vocabulary, if you are someone that has to deliver a lot of speeches, debates, presentations, but when you see a crowd, you get scared of their judgment, this session is going to change your life. If you really take away what I'm going to teach you in this session, I guarantee it will change your life. Okay. All right. Are you ready? Shall we start? Are you ready to get started? I want you to say yes in the chat box. I want you to say yes because I want you to be ready. I want you to take notes. I want you to absorb this information because this is going to be the most transformative 1 hour in your life. All right, here we go. What is public speaking? Let me ask this question from someone. Let me give you the chance to unmute. Right? And Sanjeeva, can you tell me what is public speaking?
Public speaking mean speak in front of the group of people.
100% correct. Public speaking is speaking in front of a group of people. But here's the thing. What is a good public speech? A lot of people just get in front of people and speak. Right? They have no structure. They don't know what they're saying. They don't know what their objective is. They don't know why they are there. So a good public speech is a speech that you deliver to a live audience in a structured way to achieve an objective. This objective could be to inform, that means to educate, to entertain, to persuade, or to demonstrate an idea. I'll give you an example. Now, today, I am delivering a public speech. Sanjeeva, do you understand? I am delivering a public speech in front of 200 odd people. What is my objective? My objective is to educate, inform. If by the end of this session you have learned something, then I have achieved my objective. Is that clear? My speech is also structured. How do you know it's structured? Because I have a very clear slide deck that I am showing you step by step. So obviously I have planned for this. I didn't just come and start talking. Do you understand what I mean? I have planned what I'm going to say. I have planned the order of which I'm going to speak. So when you deliver a speech in front of a group of people in a structured way to achieve an objective, that is called a public speech. For example, if Block and Dino were to do a stand-up comedy show, that is a public speech. They have a list of jokes. They're speaking to an audience. Their jokes are structured. And they have an objective. What is the objective? Is it to educate? No. If they come and educate us during a stand-up comedy show, we will leave. We are there to laugh. We are there to have a good time. So their objective is to entertain. If you are doing a sales meeting, Sanjeeva, what is your objective? Is it just to educate the buyer on the product? No. It's to persuade. It's to sell your product to the customer. As they say in Wolf of Wall Street, you don't hang up the phone until the customer buys or what? Buys or dies. So you have to persuade your customer to purchase your product, right? Persuade. So inform, entertain, persuade, or you demonstrate an idea to them. Guys, the purpose of a public speech should be to convince an audience to take positive action regarding your message. That means if I am trying to educate you, you have to learn something and put that education into practice. Today, you will learn how to deliver a good speech. If you learn that, and the next speech you give, if you structure it well, that means I have succeeded as a speaker, right? If Mr. Udaya is going to sell a product to an audience and he delivers a speech, he speaks to a group of 20 people and 15 people buy his product, that means he has succeeded as a speaker. Do you understand what I mean? So when we speak in front of an audience, Udaya, do you understand? You have to be able to speak in a structured way to convince the audience to take some sort of action regarding your message. Look at the politicians in this country. When they deliver speech, what is their main objective? Safran, what is their main objective? That you will come and give them a cross. Am I right? Right? You have to go and vote for these politicians. That's the objective that they want to achieve. So everybody, even you, Indivari, when you go and deliver speech, you need to know what you want your audience to do at the end of your speech. Do you want them to learn something? Do you want them to laugh? Do you want them to cry? Do you want them to buy your product? What do you want them to do? If you don't know this, some people just come. Now, I have seen so many chief guests at different events. They just come and speak and go. They don't even know what they're talking about. Right? Unbelievable. They get the chance to speak in front of so many people and they just come and read a piece of paper and go home. What's the point? They don't know the objective they want to achieve. Do you understand what I mean? All right, fantastic. All right, there are three things that will determine your success as a speaker, right? There are three things that will really determine the success as a speaker. Okay, number one is called ethos. Let me teach you what ethos means in a very simple way. Okay, let's say you have to go for a lecture about how to invest your money. You're going for a lecture on how to invest your money. One of the speakers, one of the lecturers is Mr. Dhammika Pereira, the richest man in the country, Mr. Dhammika Pereira. The other lecturer in another hall is Mr. Roy Kumar, right? Whose lecture are you going to go for? Can you put your comment in the chat box? Whose lecture are you going to go for? Are you going to go to Mr. Dhammika Pereira's lecture or are you going to go to Mr. Roy Kumar's lecture? Let me know your answer in the comments. Dhammika Pereira. Dhammika Pereira. Very good. Dhammika. There's someone called Dhammika Vijayaratna. He says Dhammika Pereira. Very good. DP. Why do you go to DP? Why do we go to Dhammika Pereira? Why don't we go to Roy Kumar's lecture? Because Dhammika Pereira has proven that he knows how to invest his money. He's the richest man in the country. He has more than 100 businesses. He knows how to invest and manipulate the stock market. Nobody in this country knows better than Dhammika Pereira how to invest money. So if you're going to Roy Kumar's lecture, you're touched in the head. So what does Dhammika Pereira have? Dhammika Pereira has credibility, ethos. Ethos. Guys, this is a Greek word. This is a Greek word. These are the Greek philosophical principles of what makes a great speech. This was put forward by Socrates, the great Greek philosopher. And he said, if a speaker has credibility, I want you to remember this word, credibility, then people will listen to what you have to say. How do you build credibility? You need to have qualifications. If you think about how I started this session, I showed you my qualifications. I told you about my qualifications. You need to have experience. I told you about my experience. I have compared events. I am a public speaker, right? I am not just some random guy you saw on Facebook. Do you understand what I mean? When you build credibility, people listen to what you have to say. Because why would they listen to someone that can't do what he's talking about, that doesn't have any experience, that doesn't have any qualifications? Why would you listen to someone like that? You need to have either experience or qualifications, or you need to be very, very well researched on the subject. To get people to listen to you, you need to have ethos or credibility, right? Guys, I always say I can guarantee that you will be able to speak confidently in front of people. Now, you might think, hey, how can this guy guarantee you? You might have 101 questions, right? But I like to show it with proof, with examples. So here is an example of one of my students giving a testimonial. This is the director of the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, right? He's the vice president of Eco Hotels and Resorts, right? They handle the Golf Face Group and so on. So he was one of my students. And when he joined my classes, he was scared to speak in front of an audience. He joined for the same reason most of you did, which is that he had to give speeches in front of international audiences. He had to speak in front of 800, 900,000 people, right? And when he came, he could barely speak English, right? And he was struggling to speak in front of people. But this is his testimonial after joining our program.
Hi, I'm Nihal Muhandiram, the Vice President, Eco Hotels and Resorts. I need to tell this specifically. I joined Success Academy about 2 months ago. Actually, this was recommended by my wife. I'm a person who does a lot of public speaking. In the sense, I used to talk to my team. But I always realized that there are a lot that I need to learn and correct. So that's why I joined this Success Academy. So during these 2.5 months, I learned, I must say, a hell of a lot of things. So still I'm practicing and I'm doing that. And if I have to recommend to anyone, not any other thing, it is the Success Academy, and join with Shashan Dias, and he's the best trainer for you to look for. Thank you very much.
All right, fantastic. So guys, that builds credibility. When you know that you're learning or you're listening to someone who has the experience, who has the qualifications, who has proof of what he's saying he has done, now people want to listen to you. For example, if you're a teacher, right? If you're a teacher who is teaching a subject, why do the students listen to you? Because you have the knowledge, you have the qualifications to teach that subject. If you are the CEO of a company, why do your employees listen to you? Because you have gone from the bottom up and you have got that experience to become the CEO of the company to speak in front of an audience. So you have to ask yourself, if you get the chance to speak in front of people, you have to ask yourself, do I have the qualifications? Do I have the experience? Do I have the knowledge to speak in front of these people? If the answer to that question is yes, then you should not be having any fear, any nervousness to speak in front of this group of people, because you have the number one thing it takes for people to listen to you, which is credibility. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the second thing, pathos. 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 Pathos is the emotional bond that you create with an audience. Think about what I did when I started. I told you a story about how I struggled to speak in front of a group of people. I was trying to create an emotional bond. I was trying to show you, hey, you're not the only one that feels scared, that feels nervous, that feels shy when you have to speak in front of people. Everybody that you see who is a prominent public speaker, it could be politicians, it could be teachers, it could be trainers, it could be lawyers. At some point, they were all scared of public speaking. So what is pathos? How do you create an emotional bond with an audience? You tell stories. Do you understand? Every single public speech that you deliver, every time you talk to people, even one-on-one, you should be able to have good stories. You should be a storyteller. If you look at any top person in the corporate sector, if you look at any prominent businessman, look at Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is not a tech brain. Steve Wozniak is the tech brain. Steve Jobs is a marketer. Steve Jobs is a storyteller. Today, when someone has an iPhone, when someone has a MacBook, it's a social status. Am I right? It's a lifestyle. Oh my God, he has a MacBook. He has an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Right? It's a statement. It's a brand. It's a lifestyle. Who built this lifestyle? One storyteller, and that is Steve Jobs. Right? Who are the best storytellers in the world? I want you to tell me. Who are the best storytellers in the world? Can you send me a message in the chat box? Best storytellers in the world. Let me know in the chat box. Who do you think are the best storytellers in the world? Guys, I need to see some answers. I need to see some answers. Who are the best storytellers in the world? Someone says Mahinda Rajapaksa. That's very true. He's the best storyteller. Right? Politicians. Very good. Any others? TED Talks. Someone says TED Talks. TED speakers are great storytellers. Right? Shenol says those who were rejected at first. Suresh Kumar says my business. No, sorry. That's not a... No. Elon Musk. Someone says my mom, my grandpa, teachers, influencers, Steve Harvey. Guys, politicians are the best storytellers. Sanjeeva, they will kill people, steal from people, do all the corruption under the sun. But when they get on that podium, they are saints. God himself appointed these politicians to rule our country. That's how they speak. Right? They speak like they are God's gift to mankind. They say so many beautiful stories. They have so many great marketing campaigns. They connect with the audience. And you're right, MR is the best. He will come and he'll say, thanks, Sapada. And everybody will go and vote for him because he's the best. Right? Politicians in general, if you look at the JVP, if you look at all of these different political parties, they have some of the best speakers in the country. If you look at the US, the most powerful man in the country, in the world, right? The most powerful man in the world is the president of the United States of America. Tavisha, what is his number one skill? It's not doing business. It's nothing. It's not real estate. Tavisha, his number one skill is storytelling. He can get in front of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people and tell stories that will convince them to come and vote for him, that will convince people to impart millions of rupees, sorry, not rupees, millions of dollars for his real estate businesses. Right? He's a storyteller through and through. When he was asking for the election the second time, when he was applying for the presidency for the second time, he had so many lawsuits against him. He was impeached the first time he was in power. After all of that, he was able to convince the American population, a first world country, some of the smartest people in the world, to vote for him. How? Listen to his speeches. He always talks stories. He always speaks about his experience. He always speaks about what he has done. He always speaks about how he is going to make America great again. America was never bad. America was never a third world country. But he says, I am going to make America great again. He makes you feel like America was not great. He changes the narrative. He changes the story. So guys, if there is one thing that I want you to take away, I mean, think of it like this, okay? Think of it like this. Is it more interesting for you to listen to facts and figures and data, or is it more interesting for you to listen to an interesting story? Why do so many of you go and watch movies? Right? When you watch a movie, are you not influenced? If you're a kid, all of you have been kids. Sanjiva, you have been a kid. When you have gone to watch the Spider-Man movie, have you not come out and tried to jump off the bed and done the Spider-Man action? Right? Haven't you wanted, you've got into a Spider-Man dress and you wanted to be Spider-Man, right? When you watch a gangster movie, don't you want to wear a suit, wear a nice watch, and walk around like you're like you're a gangster? Right? Guys, we are influenced by stories. When I go to, now look at someone very popular these days, right? In Nigambo, you all know there is the Miracle Dome, Pastor Jerome, right? In Nigambo is the biggest Catholic market in Sri Lanka, right? It's the biggest Catholic sect in Sri Lanka. But so many priests are now complaining that so many people are leaving the church and going to the Miracle Dome. Why? Because that guy, Pastor Jerome, knows how to tell stories. He's a storyteller, right? Sometimes it's sad because even I'm a church-going Catholic, right? But sometimes the priest doesn't know how to tell the stories properly. I get so many priests coming to my program as well. And I always tell them, if there's one thing you have to learn, it's how you can tell stories. How can you take stories from the Bible? How can you take stories from your personal life and make it interesting to the people that come to your church? Right? If you're a teacher, you have to be able to tell stories. If you're a lecturer, if you're not telling stories as a lecturer, as a teacher, you have failed. Students are not going to listen. They don't understand. Some of the best teachers I had were some of the best storytellers that I knew. Right? So if there's one thing you take away from my lecture today, is that you have to learn how to tell good stories. Finally, you have logos, ethos, pathos, and logos. Logos is your statistics, your data, your information, your facts, your additional details. This is the logical points of your argument, the logical structure of your argument, of your speech. Yes, you need to have data, facts, statistics, all of these things. Without that, your speech is just push, right? But you can have all of these things. You can be the smartest person in the world, but nobody will listen to you if you don't have stories. Your speech can survive without facts. Your speech can never survive without a story. So if there's one thing, I know all of you will not join my class, some of you will only join, but all of you, I want you to take this one thing home. If you are telling a speech, if you are delivering a speech, if you are speaking to an audience, I want you to tell stories. Is that clear? So ethos is credibility, pathos is stories, and logos is facts, statistics, and data. If you have all three of this, you can structure the best speech in the world. So we are going to talk about the structure of a winning speech. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box about ethos, pathos, and logos. All right. If not, we are going to move on to the structure of a winning speech. Guys, I have put the best storyteller in the world in the slide here. The most powerful man in the world is the best storyteller in the world. All right. Fantastic. Someone says can't hear. Guys, am I not audible? I hope I'm very clear. Right? I hope I'm very clear. All right. Okay. Someone says he's a dictator. Yeah, I don't know. Like, see, I'm not saying his politics are great. I'm just saying he's the best speaker in the world. Right? He's the best speaker in the world. All right. Guys, when you have to structure speech, now let me ask you this question. All right. Let me give you the chance to unmute yourself and answer this question. Okay. Who can I ask this question from? Tasha, can you unmute yourself and tell me, how do you generally start a speech? How do people generally start a speech?
By introducing myself.
That's how a lot of people start. Yes, that's correct. Good. Introduce yourself. Okay. Dinusha, can you tell me, Dinusha Sampath? Can you unmute yourself and tell me?
Yeah, just a greeting to audience and introduce myself and introduce the objectives.
Correct. Right. That's how 99% of people start. Let me tell you a little story. I went to school for 13 years, just like most of you. Right. And in my 13 years of school, I had about 3 principals during that time span. And after I left school, it's been about 10 years since I left school. And there's been about 2 other principals that have been at college. Guys, I can tell you to this day, I know how all of those principals start their speech. Okay, this is how they start. They come on stage to the podium and they go, "A very good morning, Reverend Fathers, Reverend Sisters, members of the tutorial staff, members of the non-tutorial staff, and my dear boys." By the time they finish saying this, we have pretended to faint so we can go back to the sick room and sleep. Or we have jumped out of the assembly so we can go to the grounds and play football. Or we used to do this game where we used to take bets on how long the principal is going to speak. And whoever loses has to buy milk packets for the rest of us. That's how most people start speeches. All right. I'm not saying this is a wrong way to start. In fact, this is a correct way to start. You start by greeting the audience. Or, like Tasha said, you can start by introducing yourself and introducing your key objectives. Nothing wrong with this. But let me tell you about another story. I was comparing an event and I had to invite the chief guest to come and deliver the speech. The chief guest was this guy called Rohan Palletan. Apparently, he's the person that created the sensor for the airbag in vehicles. Sri Lankan guy. Very rich businessman, very successful businessman. I don't know how many of you have heard of this guy. Brilliant guy, smart guy, rich guy. Right? And this was an event with politicians. This was an event with ambassadors. Big event. Mr. Rohan walked on stage with a guitar. And he started to play a song. I saw stars because I got scared whether I introduced him wrong. I was wondering, right, is this the keynote speaker or the entertainment item? But when I checked the agenda, turns out he's the keynote speaker, right? But he started his speech with a song. And immediately, he had everyone's attention. Everyone was paying attention to what he had to say. He stopped his song after about 1 minute. And he said, "I hope I have everyone's attention." And he started his speech. Nobody looked at their phone. Nobody spoke to anyone else. Everybody kept their cocktails down and listened to what this person had to say. Because he did something different, unique. So guys, when you are starting a speech, you have to do something unique. I will give you some options. I will give you some examples of what you can do. Then you go into your greeting, body, and conclusion. So what are these unique things you can do? One of the safest things that you can do is to start your speech with a quote. If you're delivering a speech at a prize giving and you want to talk about the importance of education, you can say knowledge is power. You can start with a quote like that. If you want to talk about reading, you can say reading makes a full man. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Sanjeeva, do you understand? You can start with a quote. What is a quote? Quote is a popular saying. Popular saying that's known, or it's a popular saying that a popular person has said. You can start with a quote. This is one of the safest ways to start a speech because nobody can say anything. You're not expecting people to respond. You're just saying a quote. It gets people to think. Very nice. Very good, calm, collected, safe way of starting. Fantastic. The second way is to tell a story. You tell a short story or what we call an anecdote, a short story with a lesson that is connected to your speech. Don't tell a koheda yanne mallepol type story. Tell a story that is connected to what you are going to say. Very short because you want to do your greeting as well. Right? Again, this is a very safe way of starting because you're not expecting the audience to respond. It's very effective because people love listening to stories, but it's a very safe way to start, right? Then you have what I think is the best way to start a speech, and that's by cracking a joke. When you crack a joke, Dirusha, who are your favorite people? There are people that are funny, right? There are people that are entertaining. You like people that are fun to be around. Same when it comes to someone you want to listen to a speech from. If that person is funny, you want to listen to them more. Would you rather listen to Gehan Block, or would you rather listen to someone who, who's not that funny? Honestly, I'd listen to Gehan Block because he's funny. Do you understand what I mean? We like it. We like to be entertained. So starting with a joke is fantastic. But there is a big risk with cracking jokes. Isali, what is the risk? If people don't laugh at your joke, then you will freeze. Now, Safran, sometimes during this session, I crack jokes. I think they're quite funny. But sometimes people are just like this. Do you understand what I mean? So now I'm thinking, oh wow, is my joke funny? Is my joke not funny? Am I doing a good job? It starts working in my head now. Because I'm an experienced speaker, it doesn't bother me as much. I laugh at my own joke and I move on. But if someone that's more nervous, that's scared, that think about people's judgments, cracks a joke and no one laughs, then that is going to be a problem. Clear? So you have to be careful. Jokes are fantastic, but you have to be careful, right? I think one of the best ways to start a speech to engage an audience is to ask them a question. That's what I personally like to do, right? I like to ask people questions because, especially when I'm conducting an online session, people have the option of keeping the camera switched off. This is why I always say you have to keep the camera switched on. But unfortunately, I can't stop it if your camera is switched off, right? But if it's a physical meeting, I know I can see people. I can ask you questions. I can point at someone and ask a question. But when it's online, you can't, right? So therefore, one of the best ways to start is to ask people questions. Either you can ask a rhetorical question. That means it's a question for which you do not expect an answer. You just say, do you know that more than 80% of people are scared of speaking in front of an audience? Do you know? Right? That's what I'm asking. I don't want you to respond to that. I'm just asking, do you know? When I say those words, do you know, you start thinking, oh, I didn't know that. Right. And so you will start to listen. I can also ask direct questions like I asked you guys. I asked you to unmute yourself and speak to me. I asked you to respond in the chat box. Right? Those are direct questions where I get you to directly respond to what I'm saying. So these are great ways of starting your speech. Then you go into the body of your speech. You need to have two things in the body, pathos and logos. Pathos means stories. In the body of your speech, you might have 2 points, you might have 3 points. All of those points need to have an example. When I was in school, when I used to do work, even at events that I go to compare, some people come and they deliver speeches and they give people a lot of advice. Do you know what people hate? Sanjeeva, if I advised you for 2 hours straight, you will want to shoot me. Right? You will want to shoot me. You don't like listening to advice. You're a grown man. You don't want to listen to me giving you advice. Hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. But if I told you a couple of stories, you'd be very interested. Right? Similarly, when you go to speak to your sales team, when you go to speak to your marketing team, when you are delivering a keynote speech, when you're speaking at the UN in front of all these delegates or people, when you speak up at meetings, yes, the facts and figures are very important. The additional details, the facts, the figures, the statistics, you have to include those things. But if you can simplify that information and tell it to people as a story, now people will love and be more interested in what you have to say. Guys, think about all our religions, right? Catholics, Muslims, Buddhists, Hindus. What do all of these religions have in common? We all believe in a story. We all believe in a story book. Not a story book, it's a holy book, but in that book, what is there? Stories. If I talk about Catholicism, Jesus never said do this, do this, do this. He came and gave stories, parables, upama. What did Lord Buddha do? Lord Buddha only said stories because he knew people can't understand unless I tell it to them in stories. In the Quran, there are stories, right? Religion is all about stories. So that's the one thing you should learn. If the biggest religious leaders in the world spread their religion in the form of stories, then why, Zumra, are we not using stories when we speak, when we want to spread our ideas? Why are we not using examples when we want to put across an idea? Why are we just saying you have to do this, this is 15% statistic? Nobody cares. Chaitya, nobody cares. You have to tell stories. So in your body, you have to include your facts, figures, and statistics, but you also have to include stories. Clear? And finally, when you come to the conclusion, you have to summarize your points, give your final thoughts and opinions, and have a powerful concluding sentence. You have to give people a call to action. I told you, the success of your public speech depends on whether people take action regarding it or not. So you need to have a powerful concluding sentence. Summarize your points, give your final thoughts, and have a call to action. Tasha, is this clear? Ask people to buy your product. Ask people to use your education practically. Ask people, are they entertained? Give them one last message to take home. If you watch any Block and Dino stand-up comedy, they give people a final message to take home because they know the correct structure of a public speech. Clear? This is how you structure any speech. You have an engaging introduction, a unique introduction. Then you have a greeting body. In the body, you have stories, and then you have your facts, figures, statistics, your logical points, and you have a conclusion where you ask people to take action regarding your message. You summarize your points and ask people to take action regarding your message. Is that clear? All right. Guys, I have one more testimonial here of a student.
Hi, I'm Nishani Vimalasuriya. I'm a teacher of English. I have had many years of experience as a teacher, but I have always had this scare for stage fright. So I decided to join the Success Academy to do public speaking. And what do you know? Here I am, standing here in front of you, speaking. I never thought this is like a dream come true for me. I have developed my confidence, but you need to remember, you need to practice. That's the main thing that Shashank keeps on saying. And I think, and you should practice. So if you feel you have been under a rock, come join. You see a difference and make a difference in your life. Thank you.
All right, so guys, Nishani used to be an English teacher for 27 years. But she was scared to speak at her daughter's wedding, to deliver the toast at her daughter's wedding. That's why she joined our class. And about 2.5 months into the program, she successfully delivered the speech at her daughter's wedding. Right, it's a beautiful moment. Very lovely moment. And these are the moments that I truly enjoy because people join my classes with a purpose. They want to speak better at meetings. They want to get promoted. I've had so many students who faced interviews better, who've got promoted as a direct result of joining our classes. Right? So I genuinely believe that what I do is life changing. It's transformative, right? And I guarantee that if you decide to join my program, within 4 months, I can make this change in your life. All right. So here are the 5 biggest mistakes that are keeping you from becoming a good speaker, a confident speaker. These are the biggest 5 issues that everybody has. So I want you to tell me yes if you face these issues. Number 1, you're scared of people's judgments. You're scared of people's opinions. I want you to say yes if this is you. Right? I want you to say yes if you're scared of people's judgments. Guys, you have to listen to me. This mistake is the biggest stupidity that people do unto themselves. You should never worry about other people's opinions. Guys, you need to have a paradigm shift in your head. You need to have a perspective shift in your head. When I come here in front of 250 people, I never once do I think, what will Dinusha think about me? What will Tashia think about me? I don't care. You can think whatever you want. I have no care about what you have to think, what you have to say once this program is done. I only think about how I can educate these people, how I can give value to these people. I have the privilege, I have the honor, I have the glory of speaking to 200 people. I want to change their lives. My message is important. I don't care what a few people have to say negative about me. Dinusha, say hi to your daughter. Right? I don't care what people have to say. I only care about the value I can give. If I am giving value, if I am giving knowledge, if I am giving information, if I am giving actionable points that will change your life, why do I care about what anyone has to say? So you need to shift this in your brain, right? You need to shift this in your brain and not even build confidence, guys. You need to change this perspective in your mind from, oh, I'm worried about what people say, to how much value can I give people? Tasha, do you understand? In your speech, if you get the chance to speak to 5 people, if you get the chance to speak to 10 people, if you get the chance to speak to 1,000 people, you have to think, how can I give value to these people? If you genuinely believe that what you are going to say has value, then you won't be scared to share it. The only reason that you are scared is because you are not well prepared. The only times I have been scared to speak in front of people is when I have not prepared enough. For this webinar, guys, I'm 100% prepared. Anybody, the president could come here and I would do the same webinar. I don't care. Do you understand what I mean? So this fear, I guarantee, guys, I don't know how else to say this. I guarantee if you join my program, this fear, this nervousness, this worry you have, I will break it. You will not have it by the end of my program. Number 2 is most people read instead of speaking. They come on stage and they read a piece of paper. Honestly, guys, reading is fine in certain instances, but the way you read, you read in the same tone, you look at the piece of paper, it's so bad. You can't connect with an audience, right? You can't connect with an audience. You can't speak to an audience if you're just reading off a piece of paper. You need to know the right speech structure and you need to prepare properly if you want to really connect with an audience and not just read a piece of paper. This is a big mistake. Everybody does this mistake. Not even in English, even in Sinhala. Mage nama, Guys, Is the biggest killer of confidence when you speak in front of an audience. If you say all the time, people don't care what you have to say. People don't listen to what you have to say. You come across as a nervous speaker. You come across as a speaker who is not sure about what you're saying, especially if you're in the sales field, especially if you're a leader of a company, if you have to motivate your team, if you have to speak to your team, if you have to deliver a keynote speech, if you get on stage and go, I am the CEO of... Guys, who's going to listen to you? People have better things to do. They'll look at their phone. They'll talk to the person next to them. Why would they listen to you? Clear? It's easy to get rid of fillers. There's this beautiful thing called the pause. The pause. We train you little by little by little. We can't get rid of your fillers in one day, but little by little by little, with the right amount of practice, you learn that if you get stuck, guys, during this webinar, if you watch this recording, you will realize there are moments I get stuck. It's not easy to speak like this. But whenever I get stuck, I don't say, I simply pause, smile, and move on. Do you understand what I mean? So mastering the pause will help you speak more confidently. This is the worst one. Some people will come and say, today is the happiest day of my life. I was gifted a Ferrari and I feel so happy. If you get a Ferrari, don't sound like your dog died. Right? Most people come and say, today is the most exciting day of my life. It looks like they're going to die. Their father's dead, their mother's dead, the dog is dead. Doesn't sound like it's the happiest day of their life. Some people, they'll come and say they're sad, but they have no emotion again. You need to have vocal variations. Dihanya, do you understand? Anjana, do you understand? You need to have vocal variations when you speak. That's when you can grab the attention of people. Hajara, that's when you can grab the attention of people, right? You need to build up your pitch, power, pace, and pause to emphasize on what you are saying and speak confidently in a way that you attract people's attention. And finally, people have no vocal variations. They have no body language. Again, they'll come and say, today is the happiest day of my life. They don't smile. They have no facial expressions. If you want to be a speaker that people like listening to, if you genuinely want to speak confidently, if you want to speak up at a board meeting, if you want to do a presentation at university, if you want to speak one-on-one with somebody and build a genuinely good connection, guys, you go to a party and you see the person where all the girls and all the boys like to hang around. It's the person who tells stories in a very fun way, right? It's the person that has facial expressions. It's the person that has good body language. It's the storyteller that people like to go and be with. If that's who you want to become, you need to fix these 5 mistakes. You should never worry about what other people have to say. You should never read. You should learn how to speak clearly. Ums cannot be used at all. You have to have a lot of vocal variations, and you need to fix your bad body language and facial expressions. Guys, do you believe that you can be a confident speaker if you fix these 5 mistakes? Do you think other than these 5 mistakes, there's honestly nothing else you need to fix? Do you think you can fix these 5 mistakes and become a confident speaker? I want you to say yes if you believe that. I want you to say yes. I don't want 1 yes. I don't want 2 yeses. I want 200 plus yeses coming in this chat box. I want you to say yes if you believe that these 5 mistakes is what is holding you back. And if you can fix these, you'll be a confident speaker. Guys, I could have just done this webinar, asked you to train yourselves, given you the practical tips and just gone home. But no, I genuinely like building people up. I genuinely want to transform people's lives. Nothing makes me happier. Nothing makes me happier than when people tell me that I changed their lives through the ability to communicate. That's the most beautiful thing in the world for me. When people send me on the final day, sir, you changed my life. And guys, Stasia, Dinusha, I guarantee, if you're scared, if you're nervous, if you're shy, if you don't have the right vocabulary, I can change your life. All right. So guys, is it okay if I spend the next 10 to 15 minutes just going through a very special offer that I have for you today? I told you I have a 4-month training program. I'm going to give you a very special discount. I want to tell you more about this program. So I'm going to spend the next 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes. After that, you can leave. There's 200 people here. I want to hear yes if you're okay. If you're done, we are done with the webinar, right? If you're not interested in my program, you can leave. But if you want to change your life, if you want to become a confident speaker, I want you to stay for the next 15 minutes. All right? I want you to stay for the next
Hi, I am Fazrina
15
Fazil.
minutes.
I joined the Success Academy class because I want to improve my speaking. It didn't only improve my speaking, it made me confident and I have a clarity about what I am talking about. So I recommend all of you to join this because it changed a lot in me. I am a confident speaker now. So you all can join her. Thank you.
There we go. All right, guys. Let me introduce you to my 4-month public speaking training program. I took this picture when I didn't have this very nice beard. Right. So I have a 4-month public speaking training program. And guys, this is the content that I'm going to cover. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this. This is going to be my syllabus. This is going to be the content that I'm going to cover. So day 1, I'm going to look at how you can structure a speech. And this structure is something that I'm going to get you to practice in every single class from day 1. It's not something I teach in day 1 and forget. From day 1 to day 16, you're going to practice this structure. Now, week 2 is going to be how you can deliver a social speech, a welcome address, a thank you speech, how you can do a toast at a wedding. We are going to cover these things. Week 3, we are going to look at body language, hand gestures, non-verbal communication. Week 4 is verbal communication, fixing your pitch, power, pace, pause. Week 5 is how to get rid of ums. How do you not say it? How do you speak confidently with the pause? I told you I'm a theater guy. I love drama, I love theater. And honestly, theater is something that helped me speak confidently. So I have elements of theater that I include in my training program. All right, so introduction to theatric performances in speaking. Week 7 is how to deliver good presentations. Now, you guys know, using AI, there are so many ways to create very nice presentations. But regardless of how well you create your presentation, are you able to deliver it well? That's what we are going to look at here. And I'm also going to look at creating good presentations through ChatGPT, Claude, Notebook LM. We're going to look at a couple of AI tools to help you create presentations as well. Week 8 is going to be about interview skills. Week 9 is about breathing. Guys, most people ask me, so why do you teach us how to breathe? Right? They have never come to this lesson. When they come to this lesson, so many people say thank you. So many people say you changed our life. So many people say you should have done this earlier. Breathing is a life-changing activity if you do it properly. And I'm going to teach you exactly how you can do it, what exercises you can do to speak well, to speak clearly, to speak without getting stuck or losing your voice. Week 10 is how you can speak without preparation, impromptu speaking. Week 11 is building your pronunciation, articulation, and enunciation. How do you speak clearly? Most people speak with their words inside their mouth. I speak with my words articulated well. So I'm going to do articulation training on how you can speak well. Week 12 is about audience engagement, how you can grab the attention of the audience. Week 13 is critical listening and feedback. Week 14 is how you can build a good personal brand for yourself. This is not just about, I don't teach about social media marketing and things. No, I teach you how to become a brand. how you can build a personal brand for yourself, right? Both online and offline. Week 15, we are going to have a mock interview practice, and week 16 is going to be your final assessment, right? Guys, 16 live coaching sessions is what you're going to get with me. I have an assistant trainer as well, but I'm going to be there in every training session to teach you, to give you feedback. And usually, guys, a training session personally with me is quite expensive. I charge 6,000 rupees per hour, but I will be giving a very special discount to you during this session, right? 16 live coaching sessions with me. Usually a program like this with a trainer like me is going to cost you 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 rupees, but that is not what we are charging you today. All right, any program, a 16-week, 4 months usually costs a lot. All right, usually is a costly program, but we want to give people the opportunity to learn, to educate themselves, and to develop themselves at a price they can afford, right? If you complete my 4-month training, you also get to sit for a diploma in professional public speaking. For those of you that want to get qualified, that want to get a certificate that is recognized, you can sit for a diploma as well. So that diploma costs a separate amount, but my 16 live personal training sessions usually costs about 112,000. And I get recordings from everyone throughout the week, and I give you feedback individually during the class to every single person. Every single person gets an individual feedback on how you can improve, right? So I give individual attention to each student. So guys, usually our program price is 59,900 rupees. Usually we sell this program at 59,900 rupees. But today, I have a very special discount for everyone that's here. 33,900 rupees. 33,900 rupees to anyone that wants to be a part of my 4-month public speaking training program. 33,900 rupees. Guys, this offer is valid only for 4 days. After that, until the class starts, I will tell you when the class is starting, price goes up to 39,900. So only for 4 days. But guys, honestly, we don't have enough spots for 4 days. Usually within today and tomorrow, spots gets filled out. Some of you are here from my July webinar, right? Some of you are here from my July webinar. I recognize some of you who have inquired about our July classes. And most of the people that are here from that July webinar, people that could not join the July batch. Why? Because we ran out of slots, right? We ran out of slots. We only take 25 students, all right? Guys, 33,900 is the one-time payment, and 19,500 is the part payment that I offer. If you cannot make the one-time payment, you can make 2 payments of 19,500, right? But guys, keep in mind 19,500 into 2 is more expensive than 33,900, which is why we have given this one-time payment. If you make this one-time payment, it's going to be an easier price, a lower price for you. So if you want to go into installments, if you can't make this one-time payment, this option is also there. For everyone that joins my classes, I don't just give you live sessions. I have some exclusive bonuses. All right, I have some exclusive bonuses. Number one, I give personalized attention. Now, guys, usually I take only 20 students, but last time I had nearly 40 people register. We had to put messages on our group saying don't register, but people are still paying and registering. So already we have about 8 people having signed up for August, right? So we have decided to extend the number of students and get 25 students in, because otherwise we can't give enough slots for people on this webinar. But usually 25 is the maximum number of students we take for our online program. Why? Because I want to give every student an individual attention. I want to give every student to speak in the class. Dinusha, if you join my class, you will never leave the class without speaking. You can't say, I'm shy, I'm nervous, I don't care. Do you understand what I mean? You will speak in English in this class and then leave. Every class for 16 weeks. Do you understand? I give every student Personalized attention. I never say, guys, my time is over, you can't speak today. At least my assistant will stay, get you to speak in front of the class, give you feedback, and get you to go. All right. I will never say class is over today because I don't have enough time. I will never say that. Right. So each student gets individual attention. I don't know how many of you have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you haven't, you should. I have a podcast. Every student of mine gets a personal invitation to come on the podcast. Right? Students get the opportunity to get featured on my podcast. Right now, it's the #1 English podcast in Sri Lanka by a public speaking lecturer. So if you want, definitely subscribe to my channel. And if you want the opportunity, you get the chance to be featured on my podcast. Guys, my network of students is vast. We have doctors, we have engineers, we have top people in the corporate sector. Right? Like I showed you, even some of the testimonials, these are top corporate guys. I have a couple more testimonials as well. We have top corporate people. We have top businessmen, entrepreneurs, startup founders, engineers, lawyers, doctors. You build a great professional network through our classes, right? And if you want to get qualified, we also have discounts for qualifications. So if you want to complete your diploma in public speaking, we have a very special discount, half off for our students. So 25,000 rupees if you want to sit for your diploma qualification. This is not included in my training program. But it is optional. If you want to get qualified, you can do the certificate. If not, you can just go through my professional training program. And guys, finally, this is a big one. I give everyone an AI coach. So aside from my 16 classes, you can also practice with an AI coach in English for as long as you want. All right, I give you access to this personalized AI coach, and you can practice on this for as long as you want in English. So if you don't have anyone at home, if you don't have any friends, if you don't have a partner, if you don't have people to speak with in English throughout your week, you can speak with my AI coach. Clear? We give this option to you completely free when you join my program. All right.
Hi, I'm Asanka Tilakaratna from the Success Academy's public speaking class. Actually, I recommend this masterclass because if you are willing to develop your public speaking skills, this is the best place. This is because of 3 reasons. First thing is you will get a toolkit to make your public speaking successful. The second one, the trainer is a very friendly person. He will be a good friend for you to critique your performance. The third one is, in my journey, I have experienced the improvement in my speeches. So that's why I encourage you to join this masterclass and build your confidence. Thank you.
All right, guys, if you want to join my program, you have to do it now. I want you to take a screenshot of this page. I want you to take a screenshot of this page and send it on the WhatsApp group. If you want to join, I want you to take a screenshot of this page and send it on the WhatsApp group that you're in. We have 15 WhatsApp groups. I don't know what WhatsApp group you are in. Take a screenshot, take a photo of this page and send it on the WhatsApp group. Me or my coordinator will get in touch with you and you can make the payment. We have also put the bank details onto the WhatsApp group. If you want to pay and register, make the payment, send us the receipt to either my coordinator or to me. Right? Both our numbers are on the WhatsApp group. My coordinator will now send the bank details on the WhatsApp group. So I want you to make the payment and register ASAP. Because guys, like I said, spots fill out so fast. Right? We have 2 classes. Number 1, we have our online class. The online class starts next Wednesday, 19th of August. Next Wednesday. Classes are held every Wednesday from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Right? Every Wednesday from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Okay. For those of you that live around Colombo, right, guys, sometimes I really discourage this, but there are students who come for our classes from Mavanalla, from Kandy, from Gaul, from Mathura. I really discourage this because we are in Colombo. It takes sometimes 3 hours for someone to travel for a 2-hour class. right? So only register for the physical class if you're in Colombo. Okay, the physical class is at CIPM in Narahempita. Classes are held every Sunday from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. CIPM Narahempita, that's in Colombo. We are starting our classes on the 23rd of August, that is Sunday, from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. Clear? You have both options. Guys, for our online classes, we take only 25 students. I don't take more than that. I cannot take more than that because I want to give every student individual attention. So already guys, 8 slots are done, right? So out of these 25 slots, 8 slots are done, right? So there's only, I think, 17 or 18 spots remaining. So I want you to pay and register ASAP. If you pay later, let's say you pay on Friday or Saturday, and already 25 slots are over, then I'm going to have to push you to a different batch. So you're going to have to wait. Okay, because guys, I don't like to take 30 students, 35 students, because I can't handle that number. I can't, because somehow, even with 25 students, sometimes when I get everyone to speak, the class goes on till about 10 o'clock, 10:15, right? So it's not practical for me to handle 30, 35 students. I just can't give everyone the chance to speak. So if you want to be within these 25 students that start on the 19th of August, you need to pay and register, right? Guys, I also don't like to reserve spots. Some students message me and say, sir, please reserve, I will pay by the 18th. I don't do that because I used to do that. And a lot of the time on the 18th, the student says, oh, sorry, sir, or they don't respond at all, which is really bad for me because I trusted them. I kept the position for them. And then last minute, they have kept me the boot, right? So I can't do that. So only if you pay and register and send us the receipt, we will confirm your spot. We will send you a confirmation message. My coordinator or me, one of us will send you a confirmation message and say you have been selected to these 25 students. And we will send you a WhatsApp group link. You will get the chance to join this WhatsApp group and stay updated about the class. Is that clear? For our physical classes, we take a bigger number of students, maybe about 30 students we can register, because the physical class is a lot more fun. We do a lot of group activities. We get people to interact. You get to speak in front of a live audience. It's a different experience. If you are actually scared of speaking in front of people, not just online, but if you're scared of speaking in front of people, then this is the class you have to join. Because in the physical class also, you have no option but to speak all the time. And there you actually have to interact with people, you have to meet people, you have to speak to people. It's a different experience. Okay, so if you want to join my classes, online or physical, take a picture, take a screenshot of this page and send it on the WhatsApp group, right? Whatever WhatsApp group you are in, just take a picture and send it ASAP, guys. And my coordinator, I think, has already sent the bank details on the WhatsApp group, right? If you see the bank details, just make the payment and register. The faster you register, the faster you'll get to register yourself for the program. All right, usually within 1 to 2 days. Now, people that are here from the July batch, you all already know, right? The July batch, we did the webinar, I can't remember exactly when, but I think we did it on the 16th or 17th of July. By the 18th or 9th, within 2 days, the whole batch was filled out, and we had about 8 or 9 extra payments, right? Physical class, we got about 15 students registering. We just didn't have, because anyway, I have a group of students coming for my physical classes. About 15 students registered immediately within 1 to 2 days, and we had to close registrations for that, right? So physical class, of course, we have some spots now that have opened up. Online class, only about 17, 18 spots are remaining. So guys, please, a lot of people message me and they say, sir, please open up a slot, please keep a slot. I'll pay on the 18th, I'll pay on the 19th. I'm sorry, guys, I just can't do it. If you pay, that's fine. You can pay on the 18th or 19th. I'll have to push you to the next batch, right? Not sure when we'll start, but we'll start a new one, but we'll push you to the next batch. But if you want to register now, if you want to change yourself before this year ends, there's only 5 months left. Right, that's it. There's only 5 months for 2026 to finish. If you want to go into 2027 as a changed person, as a confident person, as a person that is ready to tackle the challenges that life throws at you, you need to be a part of this program. And you need to be a part of this program now. All right. So take a picture, take a screenshot, send this picture on the WhatsApp group. If you have any questions, you can ask now. How many students for the physical class? Guys, we take about 30 students for the physical class, but already we have about 15. So we have about 15 spots remaining in the physical class. I don't market the physical class much because, we have a bunch of students that are already coming. Plus, it's only for people in Colombo. It's if you're outstation, guys, please come for the online class. It saves your time. I do the same things. It's effective. I can really make a difference in your life doing this program online. A lot of people say, oh, sir, if it's online, can I really speak? If it's online, do I get the experience? Yes. Yes, I can guarantee that. Right? So don't join to the physical class if you're not in Colombo. If you are in Colombo, if you live in Dehiwala, Mount Lavinia, Narahempita, Nugegoda, Maradana, you come to the physical class. Life-changing. Right? There are students that have been coming there for a long time. They love it. Love it. Right? How is the physical class? Where is the place? The place is in Narahempita. Narahempita. CIPM Narahempita. Right? Should we pay for the certificate separately? Guys, if you're doing the diploma, yes, you have to pay for the diploma certificate separately, but I give you a certificate of participation, but that's just through me. It's just to say you have completed this course. But if you want a certified government approved certificate, and yes, you have to do the diploma, you have to pay for that separately, right? Physical class location, again, guys, physical class location is Narahempita, right? A lot of people have asked about the physical class. That's Narahempita. Okay. What is the full payment for this course for all 4 months? 33,900. That's it. Less than 10,000 a month. All right. Less than 10,000 a month. Guys, 33,900. That's it. That's it. I mean, if that's not an investment worth making in yourself, then what is? Right, that is an investment. Guys, there are people that take out loans. One student, she messaged me saying, so I'm taking out my Mahapola scholarship and I'm paying for this program. Guys, it's worth it. It's worth it. Trust me. No student to this date have told me anything bad, anything negative about my program. It's the best public speaking program in the country. This I can tell you without a doubt. When I first started, I didn't say this because I didn't have proof. But now I'm saying it because I have proof. I have changed the lives of more than 800 people. I'm putting out testimonials almost every week. Every 2 weeks, I put out a new testimonial. I get a student on my podcast. You will see every week, I have a new student with new podcast with one of my students. Right? Recently, guys, the Mahamaya school, Mahamaya Girls School in Kandy, the principal was in our classes. She loved the program so much that she is now sending 80 students from the school to come and take part in the program. Right? I'm doing a separate program there. So guys, I can guarantee the program is the best program in the country. You don't have to worry about that. Don't have any doubt about that. You will tell me that at the end of these 4 months. I guarantee this. You will tell me that. Right? That's the guarantee I can give you. All right. Any other questions? Mr. Uday, you have raised your hand. Do you have a question? Do you have a question? Dr. Ramani, you have raised your hand. Do you have a question? Doctor? Yeah. Someone has asked, what is the name of my YouTube channel? Guys, you can search my YouTube channel as Sheshan Dias. I go as Sheshan Dias everywhere on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can just search me anywhere. I go as Sheshan Dias. Subscribe to the channel. Very important. Right. Good. Any other questions? Any other questions? I hope the session was valuable. Guys, I'd also love to know your feedback about the session. Do let me know your feedback in the WhatsApp group. If you see this video, I'm going to upload this recording on YouTube. If you see this recording on YouTube, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you thought. It really helps me because like I told you, I have a target, I have a goal. I'm going to hit 20,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of this year. That's my personal goal, and it would really help me if you subscribe to the channel, if you commented on the video when you see it on YouTube, right? It would really help me out. If you gain any value, I know everyone will not join my paid program. That's fine. But if you got any value from the session today, I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's the biggest help you can do for me. Comment on this video and subscribe to my channel. All right, fantastic. Thank you for the session. Thank you. All right, great. Will you be able to change the day? Guys, I don't know. I'm definitely not changing the day, by the way. For the online class, Wednesday is fixed, 7:30 to 9:30. Physical class is fixed, Sunday, 4:30 to 6:30. We might start a new batch next month or month after, maybe September, October. Then it will be a different day. So maybe you can inquire and keep, and then we'll let you know when we are starting a new batch. But right now, these 2 days are fixed because I do classes all 7 days, right? So we have more than 160 students, right? So we have about 20 students, 25 students in all our online classes. And then we have about 30 students coming for our physical. So we have physical classes on Saturdays as well. That's closed. We are not taking registrations there. Sunday, we have some open spots. That's why I'm advertising it now. So guys, if you want to register, online classes are open Wednesdays, 7:30 to 9:30, starting 19th of August. Physical, starting 23rd of August. Sundays, 4:30 to 6:30. Sir, oh, someone says, sir, done the payment. Ah, fantastic. If you have already done the payment, please send us the receipt. Please send us the receipt. My coordinator's number is on the WhatsApp group. Please send him the receipt, or you can also send me the receipt on my number is also on the WhatsApp group. Danushka has said, please share the book. Guys, I will share the book on the WhatsApp group as well. You need to give us some time because now the groups are very active. People are sending the codes. We are sending the bank details. Give us some time with the recording. I will be uploading the recording and I will be sending you the book both on the group. So don't worry. Don't have any fear. I don't lie. I don't scam. I send you what I say I'm going to send you. All right. Okay. Subscribe. Thank you. That's great. That's great. Thank you so much. People are saying thank you. Thank you for encouraging us. People are asking for the recording. Guys, I will be sending you the recording on YouTube. I'll be uploading this on YouTube. I'll be sending this recording onto the WhatsApp groups. Like I said, if you see this on YouTube, please drop a comment. Someone asks, do we have a certificate ceremony? Guys, no, we don't have a certificate ceremony unless you do the diploma. If you do the diploma, we have a graduation ceremony you can take part in. But if you complete my program, I just send you a certificate of participation. All right. We do organize physical workshops. We do organize physical public speaking workshops. Maybe once every 2 months, once every 3 months. There I invite all my paid students to come and be a part of it. So you can get invites to those exclusive events as well, right? But we don't have a specific ceremony once the online program is done. Okay. Someone says, I'm sold. That's great. That's great. Someone says, already subscribed. Super, super, super. Guys, if you don't have any more questions, we are done with the session today. Thank you very much for joining. To everyone that's going to join my paid program, I look forward to seeing you either next Wednesday or on Sunday. I'm really looking forward to seeing you there. If you're not joining my paid program, guys, then you'll be seeing this on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining. I wish you all the very best. I hope that you will succeed in whatever you do because I genuinely want Sri Lankans to do really well. The reason I'm in Sri Lanka is because I love this country. There are so many opportunities to go abroad. There are so many opportunities to go to Australia. I love this country. I love the people here and I want the people here to do so well. If you're a teacher, you have to teach well. If you're an engineer, you have to be the best engineer. If you're a doctor, you have to be the best doctor. If you're a software engineer, you have to be the best software engineer. I love Sri Lanka. I love Sri Lankans. And if you are here in my webinar today, if you're watching this on YouTube, I want you to know that I wish you all the very best. I wish you all the very best. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know your comments in the YouTube comment section or on the WhatsApp group. See you guys. Have a great one. If you want to join my classes, take a screenshot, send it on the WhatsApp group. Bye-bye.